Cheewaht Lake. Located on the southwest coast of Vancouver Island within the bounds of the Pacific Rim National Park Reserve and in the heart of the traditional territory of the Ditidaht First Nation. Since time immemorial, the Cheewaht watershed has been a place of significant cultural and ecological importance for the Ditidaht people, providing cedar, yew wood, and grasses for braiding. But most importantly, the Cheewaht provided the Ditidaht people with food. Historically, the tributary streams that flow into Cheewaht Lake provided stable, fertile spawning grounds for the Cheewaht Sockeye, who returned to the watershed in great numbers each year. As early as February, Sockeye salmon would enter the Cheewaht River from the Pacific, having completed their arduous ocean migration. At the fishing camp of Sark on the north bank of the Cheewaht River, the Ditidaht operated fish weirs where they would harvest enough salmon to feed their people, while letting the rest of the fish migrate upstream into Cheewaht Lake, where they would wait for the fall rains to return to draw them up into their natal spawning grounds. However, the advent of industrial logging in the 20th century would threaten the long-term survival of the Sockeye salmon, upon which the Ditidaht had relied for so long. Intense clear-cut logging in the headwaters of the Cheewaht Lake tributaries resulted in landslides and hillside erosion that sent copious amounts of gravel downstream. The spawning grounds were infilled with sediment, reducing the ability of the returning adults to spawn successfully. The future of the Cheewaht Sockeye was in question. Beginning in 2020, Parks Canada, alongside Ditidaht First Nation, began a 2-year project to restore the damage caused by historical logging and bring new hope for the long-term survival of the Cheewaht Sockeye. With no roads in the Cheewaht Lake area of the Pacific Rim Park, heavy equipment had to be loaded onto a barge and delivered across Cheewaht Lake to the stream mouths. The restoration was guided using a combination of Ditidaht traditional knowledge and data from experts who had worked in the area for decades. The goal of the first year of the project was to remove the excess gravel that had choked the streams for so long and reconstruct the habitat to resemble what it would have been prior to the damage. Great care was taken to ensure that the restoration project would not cause any additional harm to the Cheewaht ecosystem. In the second year of the project, large woody debris was placed strategically along the banks in order to protect the stream from future erosion and to encourage the development of important features such as pools and undercut banks. Here's the top pool, and it is now flowing. Additionally, a historic divide between two of the streams was reinforced to ensure that the flow was split equally. Since the completion of the project in 2021, salmon have come back in great numbers. The Sockeye return in the fall of 2022 was very strong, with spawning observed throughout the restored streams. The restoration of the Cheewaht tributaries is an important step forward in recovering what has been lost by the Ditidaht First Nation. Generations to come will now be able to see this sacred area as it once was. Salmon represent an important link between ecosystems, delivering nutrients from the Pacific Ocean to the rainforests of the BC coast. With the completion of this project and others like it, this link will remain strong and ensure a healthy, vibrant ecosystem for years to come.